Episode 1. The Lie of the System. We were born into motion. The clock was already running when we opened our eyes. Before we could speak, we were told to become, to be someone, to go somewhere, to matter. They called it freedom, but freedom that never stops running is only another form of captivity. We were given a world of endless choices, yet all the roads led back to the same place: exhaustion. We confuse movement with progress and noise with life. The system doesn't need chains. It only needs distractions. It keeps you busy enough to forget you're tired and entertained enough to believe you're happy. Every new desire appears like a door to meaning, but behind it there is only another corridor of craving. Look closely. The machine never forces. It invites. It feeds on your participation. It whispers that you are the center of the universe while quietly deciding what you should want next. You believe you are choosing, but the menu was written long before you arrived. The great trick of control was never domination. It was comfort. Fear wakes people up. Pleasure keeps them asleep. So they gave us abundance, not to bless us, but to pacify us. A golden cage still cages, even when the bars are made of convenience. Education was meant to open minds, but it teaches repetition instead of reflection. Information multiplies while understanding starves. We know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. We can describe the chemical structure of love, but not its purpose. Media once told stories. Now it sells identities. Each headline, each feed, is another layer of the world's dream projected on our eyes. You are the product, your attention, your data, your time. And still the lie persists, that you are free, that you are informed, that you are awake. But freedom cannot exist inside a framework built to harvest it. And truth cannot be found in a marketplace that profits from confusion. We live in an empire of appearances, a civilization polished on the surface and hollow underneath. The system rewards speed, so no one stops long enough to ask where we're going. It glorifies efficiency, so no one notices that what we produce has no meaning. We build machines to think for us and call it progress. We fill the earth with signals but forget how to listen. Deep inside, something resists, a quiet pulse beneath the static. The part of you that knows this isn't all there is. It waits in silence, untouched by algorithms or headlines. You feel it when the noise breaks for a moment. That strange stillness that feels like truth trying to speak. The system fears that silence, because in silence you remember. You remember that you were not made to consume, but to perceive. Not to obey, but to discern. Not to run endlessly in circles of improvement, but to awaken. This is the first crack in the illusion. Once you see the cage, you can no longer love its comfort. And when you finally stop moving, you begin to notice what has been following you all along. The faint echo of something real, something older than the system, something the noise cannot erase. The world taught you to fear stillness, but stillness is not death. It is the place where truth begins to breathe again. They call it the modern world, but what is modern about being more dependent than ever? We can cross oceans in hours, speak to someone across the planet in seconds, and yet the average person feels lonelier than any ancestor who ever walked the earth. Progress gave us comfort, but it also took away our ability to sit in the dark without fear. We are surrounded by stimulation, light that never dims, sound that never rests, and opinions that never stop shouting. When everything demands attention, nothing truly matters. And when every voice promises truth, truth itself becomes impossible to recognize. The system does not lie directly. It overwhelms. It floods the senses until you can't tell the difference between real and artificial. It teaches you to doubt what you feel and worship what you can measure. It fills your life with activity, so you never have to face yourself. The ancient prisons had walls. Ours have mirrors. We don't look outward. We look at our reflection and call it reality. We decorate the bars, rename them goals, and convince ourselves we're moving forward. But we're only running in a maze designed by hands we'll never see. They tell you to chase success, but never define what success means. They say, follow your dreams, but the dream was planted there for you to follow. They keep you busy chasing symbols, status, wealth, validation. So you never ask the only question that matters. Who benefits from my confusion? Every empire needs energy to survive. In ancient times, it was labor. Today, it's attention. Every scroll, every click, every anxious thought, it all feeds the machine. And the machine never sleeps. It's not evil, it's indifferent. It doesn't hate you, it just needs you awake enough to function, but asleep enough to obey. This is the perfect control, one that doesn't require violence. People who believe they are free will police themselves. They will defend their own captivity because it feels like safety. The system doesn't have to hide anymore. We've learned to justify it for them. We say, that's just how the world works. We shrug when corruption rises. We joke when truth disappears and call it maturity. But deep down, the soul is not fooled. It knows that cynicism is not wisdom. It's surrender disguised as intelligence. There is another way to live, but you will not find it in trends or movements or screens. You will find it only in that strange moment when the noise stops and something ancient moves inside you. It doesn't shout, it waits. It has always waited. That's the beginning of freedom. Not rebellion, but awareness. Not shouting against the system, but seeing through it. Once you see the pattern, it loses power. Because the only thing that keeps it alive is your belief that you need it. The system survives on your blindness. But awakening requires nothing more than the courage to open your eyes. You will lose illusions, yes. But what you find in their place is not emptiness. It's peace. In the end, the lie of the system isn't that you are powerless. It's that you must keep earning your worth. But your worth was never for sale. And the moment you stop running, you will remember that truth. That memory is dangerous to the machine, because a person who remembers no longer obeys out of fear and no longer seeks meaning where there is none. They become untouchable, not because they fight, but because they see. And once you see, you cannot go back to sleep. You begin to live differently. You listen differently. And in your quiet defiance, you light a path for others still trapped in the noise. This is how the world begins to change. Not with revolutions, but with awakenings. One heart at a time.